website. We have a link to every show that comes on along with our beautiful picture. Also, coming up this week, I want to just emphasize that we, and just to go back, the Boys to Men seminar, the other event sponsors is One More, One Less, of course, RTV Project, Baltimore Brothers Inc., Seeds of Promise, Community Action of Baltimore, and I believe she had another person that after the show they wanted to be a part. So if anyone would like to be a part of this event, donate, snacks, come out just to show your support, please look at the flyer that's on our page, and please come out and support the young men. Another thing that's going on is December 2nd is a busy day.
It is. Welcome to December. Yes.
So December 2nd, I want to emphasize one of our community, and that's one thing I always try to do, one of our community partners is that it starts with Me, Be More, or Grace for Cuts. And as you all know, we lost a very influential person in the community through gun violence, and he was a part of this organization. They're continuing this initiative. So they're doing a family book club, and if you can, please support. It starts with Me, Be More / Grace for Cuts. They're doing a family book club from 12 to 1. That's December 2nd. Now, also on December 2nd, we have 2 events, and I had to bring them on to talk about it because it was too much to just give like a glimpse of it. I thought it was so great to have last week something for our young men, but today we have something for the young ladies and the women. So today I have with me the honor. I'll say representatives because you all are representing an organization and or an event. So we want to acknowledge every key player that is on there. But the 2 representatives I have with me today is Ms. Kim Stevenson. She is the Community Program Coordinator, External Affairs Section in BPD. She will be talking about an event that she has coming up on December the 2nd. I also have with me longtime friend, Miss Kristen Young.
You and me, girl.
Yes, I haven't seen her in so long, so I'm trying to be professional here.
Like an outside.
Such a long.
So I have with me Kristen Young. She's going to be talking about the She Rose Awards 2017. If you don't know, you're getting ready to be enriched with some great stuff. So I'm going to probably start with Ms. Kim Stevenson because your event starts at 3.
Right. Yes, I'm going to make my way over to the She Rose Awards.
No, we trying to do both, right?
Try to make it happen. I love Lakeisha Hall. She is an awesome person.
Shout out to Lakeisha Hall.
Shout out to her. She was the very first person, just a little side note, to believe in and seed into with her presence with the women's conference that I do every year.
Awesome.
So
when is that event?
I do it every June. It's called Women in Power.
Make sure you let me know.
Yes, definitely.
So your event is at 3:00. It's catered to the young ladies. My understanding is 10 to 15 years old. But if you can, you want to just give an insight of them, why you're doing it, just anything that you want the community to know about it.
Absolutely.
I thought it was wonderful. And
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Yes.
Chief Martin, who oversees the Compliance, Accountability, and External Affairs Division, came to the female sworn members in the department and said, let's do something. We need some level of peer support in a couple of areas. And what I had decided that what they seemed to need, or what seemed to be the express need from them, was they needed someone to offer support and guidance in health and wellness and career advancement, because a lot of times they don't know who to go to for those professional mentorships. Work-life balance, we all struggle with that, especially we as women, and education. Because a lot of us know that that's the key sometimes that unlocks that door. So what we did was invite a bunch of, as you said, influential individuals into the room and say, this needs to happen. We don't need to be at the table, but we could be the facilitators to help bring you guys together so that you all have buy-in and ownership in what's taking place. And what has happened or what has unfolded is that so many women in rank and file, and I just have to say, many of those who are operating or overseeing certain districts and everything. This is the largest number of women sworn members that we've had in leadership roles in a very long time. So I'm really proud of that. One of the members, Captain Monique Brown, who's in the Southern District, she has been a stalwart as it relates to the Women in Law Enforcement Professionals group, just giving of her time and of her presence and making sure that the input of the sworn members is held on a certain platform where they're being heard, not only by their peers, but also by those who operate or have the ability to make some things happen. So the commissioner's been very supportive of them, and they've been able to change internal policy, but we also wanted to make sure that we were giving back in some way.
Yes.
And that's where the other piece of this comes in. I know that we always want to not necessarily cater, I don't want to say that. We also want to address the issues that take place with our men. But there are also issues that when the men are gone from the home or when they're separated from their mates, their sisters, their mothers, the women are left behind. So who is addressing those issues? So we wanted to tackle that from a young lady's perspective, bring them in, talk about adversity, talk about overcoming, talk about empowerment. And we wanted to start it with this movie night or movie afternoon, so to speak. So we're inviting young ladies between the ages of 10 to 15, if you have a mentoring group, if you have a tutoring group, a book club that would like to participate this Saturday, we will be at BPD headquarters at 3 p.m. Free food, goodies, and good conversation and fellowship.
Awesome.
Now, Kim reached out, and I was like, without hesitation, I was like, hello, come on. So I'm at the computer. I hope I gave you enough. If not, like she just said, please, if you have a girls mentoring program or some kind of group club, please reach out to Ms. Kim Stevenson, because she's still looking for more girls to come in. We're looking for this to be the first of many. I'm not sure if this is your
many. Yes, hopefully it can springboard into a mentoring group within the department.
Yeah, so I was blown by just knowing that you all wanted to do this. So it's kind of funny, but I got a lot of male mentoring. But it's not that many women. So I had to do a post. I was like, if there's anyone out there that has it, because I have plenty of boys, but like you said, you don't want to miss the girls. You don't want to miss, for that. So kudos to everyone. I made my note. Chief Martin, amazing woman. I met her, and it's because of you. So thank you so much for allowing that opportunity as well. And Captain Brown, so I have to make sure I meet her one day.
She's going to kill me. Mo Antoinette on Facebook. Mo Antoinette.
Oh, gosh, Lord.
I love her so much. She's awesome.
So look, person. Here I am. I'm writing it down, but I'll make sure I have it. So yes, Mo Antoinette.
and also Captain, or actually Major Briscoe. She is such.
Yes, Northwest, right?
Western.
Western. Okay.
I love her. She just has a heart of gold.
I've actually met her, not personally, but met her doing a lot of great things. Captain Brown, which district?
She's in the Southern under Major Ward.
Okay, I met him. All right, so good. And we're going to kind of go back, but I want Kristen to talk about the She Rose Awards. So when you get that 10 to 15, right?
Yes.
So then you all are going into which age group and what all, just I guess give information about your event.
Absolutely.
And LaQuita, she's awesome.
Yes.
So all hail Queen
Sister
Quisha,
goddess of the earth. Yes,
Queen Quisha. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Queen Quisha, we love you. Hey y'all. Okay, so yes, I am here representing Queen Quisha because she is in hustle mode right now because we do have our 4th annual She Rose Awards happening this Saturday at 4:00. So y'all can catch a piece of the movie and then
on over.
Now just drop the children off. Like, wait a minute.
Y'all can grab a piece of the movie, a piece of the chicken, and then come on over.
Come on over there.
Throw your gown on in the car and your pumps, and come on over to Open Door Fellowship in Pikesville. So yes, this Saturday it is from 4 to 8. Again, it's Open Door Fellowship. Oh yes, beautiful. I love it. So 401 Ricestown Road in Pikesville. This is an amazing, amazing event. And again, kudos to Queen LaQuisha Hall. She has been an absolute blessing to my life, and so many women. So many, and young girls. She does have her Queendom Tea mentoring program where she supports young ladies.
I think I said that over.
Yes, and then she also has created the She Rose Awards, which was birthed out of her own testimony, where she was in, unfortunately, a position where she was sexually abused, and so many people are still silent about sexual and domestic violence. It's overwhelming how many people are still so quiet about it. So she was courageous enough to create the platform to speak out about it. Actually, I won't say she created the platform, but she participated in a pageant. And that was actually where she first told her story. She was silent for many, many years, but she first told her story at a pageant. And it was one of those things that literally just kind of came out. It was not planned. And from there, so many people encouraged her for being courageous enough to share her story. And from there, she has worked over a decade with those who have been sexually abused, those who have been in domestic violence situations. And she has been that support. She has been that voice for so many people who have been silent. So the She Rose Awards is a product of that, because you know, obviously everybody's not going to be in a pageant. Everybody's not going to be in that space where they're confident enough to just speak out. But she's created that platform to say, hey, me too. And she's created that opportunity for women to come out, and men. Let me just clarify that. Men. And men. There are too many men who are also sexually abused, who are in domestic violence situations. And you know, unfortunately, they're just as afraid to speak out.
Absolutely.
And so this year we are honoring 8 women. We've had 15 total over the last 3 years. 14 women and 1 man over the past 3 years. And this year we are adding 8 more women to the list of honorees for the She Rose Awards. And it's just a powerful experience to be able to see so many women who have truly overcome, not just going through, but have genuinely overcome, who have started their own organizations, who have found their voice and are not afraid to say, written books, all kinds of stuff. Yes. So this event on Saturday is truly a celebration of those who have overcome, and it's an encouragement for those who are still looking for their voice, looking for that opportunity to speak out. This is that opportunity. This is that time. There's so many people who are coming just to support. But just like in this situation, I am not in that situation where I have that testimony, but I see the value in supporting others who have been in that situation. And I want to be able to say, you are okay. You have support. We are your village. So, you know, we got to restore the village. Let me throw that in there real quick. Yes, how about you restore the village?
Oh my gosh.
I got to do what I can to restore the village.
I'm sorry. When I hear that, it's like, bam.
Yes, absolutely. And I think even in my own profession, my organization, Living the Vows, where we talk about supporting.
I gotta have you on too.
We'll come back for that. Come back for that. But there are still so many couples who are struggling because people who have been through sexual violence or domestic violence situation and have not fully healed. So now their current marriage is being damaged because of old wounds that never healed. So the She Rose Awards is a great opportunity. Please come out and support. We do still have tickets available.
Yes, please.
We are on
Eventbrite. Get some for me?
Yes, struggling. Yes, please go to Restoring the Village. Contact Angie to buy your ticket. You don't have to get it from me. Go to Angie and say, Angie, can I get ticket to that She Rose Awards? Yes, you can.
Please.
Yes, you can.
Hold on. I need to have this. Please. Like James Brown. Please. I have tickets for the She Rose Awards. I'm asking that anyone, even if you are unable to attend, maybe you want to sponsor someone.
Absolutely.
Please come out. It is going to be a very, very powerful event. LaQuisha and I have been friends for so long. Around the time that I lost my husband, we were out doing the we were out doing some outreach. I can't remember the name, Adopt a Block or something. But we were out doing outreach. We have old pictures. Sometimes it comes on our little, timeline reminder. And I'll say, hey, we go way back. And even before Restoring the Village has been revived, and I changed the name. But when I first started my organization, it was Bridging the Gap. She was there helping. She was there helping. And that was, so back to, I'll at least say 2006, 2007, she has been a phenomenal woman. She has been very committed and dedicated and consistent.
Absolutely.
So please, you gotta support. I love what you just said, and then we're gonna kind of reverse it because it goes back to even with you, with the child, and some things, even what you just said with marriage, or relationship, or just going forward. Sometimes we haven't healed that wound that has cut us. And I am a survivor. I don't even say victim anymore. I'm a survivor of sexual abuse as a child. And so I want to make sure that I use my platform to help as any way that I can, and to talk about, the things that have happened. It was something I had to go back on my Instagram. I remember a post I had, and it was around the time that I kind of said, hey, I want to, talk about this, as far as, I think it was around the time of the Me Too, the hashtag, right? And the quote said, heal the child and the adult will appear. To me, I felt it was so empowering, because it's not that you're not an adult, but you just said it. Sometimes we hinder our future because we have not healed that child, that wound. And what you're doing is phenomenal, because you have the opportunity to grab the youth. There was one young girl when we went to that the meeting, our first meeting. I don't remember seeing you there, but when we had our meeting, there was a young girl. We stood around and we held hands, and it was all survivors. And it was a little girl in the circle, but I thought maybe she was there with her mom. And her mom said she's a survivor. So she had to have been about 11, So that's real, because the things that we're going through, even in the city or just the world, period, there's some things going on that we have to begin to talk, because you never know who's holding it in, or family secrets just brushing off the rug. So definitely your opportunity, it may be your movie screening, but it may be that avenue where you're going to be able to talk to them. And even with, She Rose Awards, so kudos to both events that are reaching out to our females, so we're not left alone. Why do you think, that you said you're not a part, that didn't happen to you, but why do you think it's important for you to even be a part of it and to support it, to help, put the word out and to support those that are victims or survivors, should I say?
Bottom line, because I'm a human being. There are so many, even though that has not been my particular testimony, we all have testimonies of hurt, of some type of violence, trauma in our lives, emotional, mental, physical.
Absolutely.
We all experience that. Right, we do. Yes. And we all have to go through a healing process on some degree, whether it's truly just a skinned knee or, something way more traumatic.
Yes.
But we as human beings need to come together and be able to say, I see you as a human being. Point blank, period. Regardless, no, I'm grateful that I have not had that testimony. I pray to God that my girls don't ever have that testimony. And then I was just sharing this on Facebook the other day. We can never 100% protect our children.
Absolutely.
You can teach them how to pray. You can pray for them. You can teach them how to have great self-esteem, how to say no. You can teach them all those things, but we can never 100% protect them.
Absolutely.
So we don't know what's coming next. We don't know what the next moment will bring. We can pray for the best. But when something does happen, when you see someone else who is hurting, the bottom line is they're hurting. It doesn't matter why they're hurting. It's another human being, and hurt. You may not know the same exact hurt, but hurt. You also know how to overcome in some form or fashion. So it's important for us to really just show compassion to one another. And that's the biggest challenge that we're seeing in America, in the world, in the world. So what if we have a difference of opinion in political views or religious views or healthcare views or whatever the situation is. The bottom line is we're all still human. Let's live together.
Yes.
Let's find and more often than not, there are more commonalities amongst another stranger than differences.
Yes.
You just got to take the time to figure that out. So for me to support, I mean, one, I just absolutely love Quisha. And it was interesting because when she first started promoting She Rose, I was like, dang, I have another event that day. I'm not going to be able to go. So I just kind of left it alone. And, I would just kind of support from a distance. And then when she put out a post and she was just like, I really need some help. Yeah. And I was like, I got to rearrange some stuff. I can't, because that's not Quisha to just be like, I could sense the urgency and the sincerity in her post. So I was like, let me find out what she needs. So I was like, Quisha, what's up? And I was like, come on, Quisha, I can handle that. I can do that. I can do that. And then, I had to rearrange some things. I was like, look, I'm gonna show up at I'm gonna be at the event. I said, I just told the other organization, hey, what had happened was I was available and no longer. Okay.
So wait a minute, you just made a great, I don't know, I'm always just thinking over. We have to realize, and that goes for anything, you have to make time for certain things. So I don't like to hear someone say, I never have time. Like, I am in so much. I think I'm over my head sometimes. Pray for me. I am.
We all, trust me, we all are. Yes. We're cut from the same cloth, Angie, so we all are.
However, you made a valid point. Like, you have to rearrange some things. It's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to have to go over and beyond. We can't sit and look at the news or whatever we're looking at and just complain about what we're not doing or that it didn't happen to me. So you made another valid point that even though it may not necessarily affected me personally, humanity, have compassion and, get involved. There's a young lady I met. She says, I don't do children. I was like, I got you, right? So I don't do children. What else can I do? What can you help with the finances? So you're backstage, you're dealing with money. It's something she already does. But I took that as I want to do something. Yeah. And so you have to make sure you make time to do something. No one's asking you to do an arm and a leg. Maybe you can't do like an octopus. But we have to make sure we take time to reach out and have compassion, to be involved in our community. And I'm going to kind of go back to Kim. Why is it now? I kind of know what the young men, but why did y'all choose the 10 to 15? I might have the answer, but I want you to kind of see, why was that age group, chosen?
I want to
say any particular reason.
I want to say we initially started out having a mentoring group. It was located in Waverly Elementary Middle. And they were all in a conversation. We had broke them off into groups. And one girl has said, y'all always come here for the boys, but y'all forget that they leave us behind. And she was between the age of 10 and 15. Those are those crucial.
I was going to say, I knew the
points.
Answer. Yeah.
Not to get graphic. The cycle comes.
Yes.
The development of the body comes. They start feeling certain things they ain't never felt before. All those things start happening, and sometimes they happen all at once. I know they did with me. So I said, oh my God, we need to address this, and we need to address this head on, and not come in here with this notion that, we can save them, because you can't save them. We need to be able to equip them to save themselves. Because we can only throw them the life preserver. It's going to be no good to us if we try to put the life preserver on them, inflate it, and all that stuff. What are they left to do? We have to teach them and give them the tools necessary, not to just survive, but to thrive. And whatever they decide to do with their life, because a lot of them are drowning and they looking for us to do all the work, but they not willing to sit there and learn the tools. I'm gonna give a good example. I heard this gentleman say about the generation, and I don't believe that the entire generation of my brothers and my nephews is completely lost, not even your baby girls. But I heard a gentleman say, I have jobs to give men. And the reason why they won't do the jobs, and they start at $15 an hour. Now it's hard work, it's laborious, I'm sorry, that college education didn't kick in yet. But it's labor intensive. But the one reason that they gave me, they didn't want to work because they didn't want to get their hands dirty. You got to get your hands dirty. You have to. And so you can't come in here thinking that there's no real work required and everything's just going to be, I'm going to speak it and it's going to come to pass. No. You got to put some work in. It even says that in the word. You got to put some work in.
Listen.
You got to work for your deliverance. Now, the deliverance may be in the person's mouth, but it's up to you to operate that thing and move on it. So I think
got
that,
me writing notes over here.
I think that's one of the key things. We have to be very transparent with the girls and let them know that just because they're in a uniform doesn't mean that they're still not women. And they still got to deal with baby mama drama, baby daddy drama, husband acting crazy, the children not acting right. Yes, we go through all those things too. So we have to make it very plain and simple for them so that they can feel relatable and understand where we're coming from, but also so that we can be quiet. Because sometimes as adults, we think we have the answers and we're so used to listening to respond instead of listening to actually take in what's being said, to listen to our kids, because they not as so far off or to the left or crazy or stupid or they simple-minded. No, they're very articulate and smart. You just got to sit still and listen.
Yes.
So that's what we
Wow. So you didn't watch last week's show?
No.
Okay, so you got to look at that.
I will definitely.
So last week's show, one of the mentees, he basically said exactly what you just said. Like he wants to, be heard. And how do you know what we need? And I'm like, you're right. So that's basically what the seminar is going to be about. It's not someone talking at them, but talking about them, but to sit there and really listen, to give them the platform to be heard. And that's one of the things we would love to do. I will hope to, this one would be hard, but the next one, to be there and to really be able to speak to the young ladies, but also listen to them, because that is very important. And it's even important just listening, period, to your peers. Just listening and connecting with each other, you'll know that we all have something in common, like you just said.
Absolutely.
I know people don't like meetings. I love meetings. You know why? You may say, well, it's the same old meeting. You're talking about the same old thing. Hit me up when you got a solution. Okay, that could be very well true. You're wasting my time. But every time I go to a meeting, I'm meeting someone new. When I met Kim, we didn't know we had something in common.
Oh, yes. My little babies, my nephew sons.
Yes.
As I call them.
So our nephews.
Yeah, correct me quickly.
So our nephew, we realized that we're the aunties of the same little two boys. So it was I wouldn't have known that at all. So that was a very good thing. And I wouldn't have seen it even on her page. Like, she hasn't posted. I just looked at your pictures because I was trying to find a picture of you. And I was like, she had them on her page the whole time. I moved so much. But anyway, just connecting. I didn't even know you from there. It was when Stacy sent a message like, that's their aunts too. So it's really good to know you connecting with each other. You're listening to one another. We're building together.
Absolutely.
So we got to set examples. Once we're building with each other, we can show the examples to the young girls. We can be an empowerment to the women. It's a cycle to me. But you just got to make sure we do the healthy thing. So you, too, are doing some amazing things. Your organizations are doing some great things in the community. I know we said a lot, and I don't know if anyone wants to call in, probably getting it all in. I see some comments here. I tried to push the button, but then it started playing. But the call-in number, if anyone wanted to call in, buy a ticket for the She Rose Award.
Make a donation.
Yes.
A donation. Have any information, or just want to, refer a young lady or a woman to sponsor someone, anything you want to do. So the call-in number is 404-436-1277. Again, the call-in number is 404-436-1277. Feel free to call in, have any questions, comments, have any questions for the two guests that I have today, please call in. We, again, have and it's funny because the people that I sent over to you, I don't know how many, I was just, as they would comment, I was like, here's another one. I want you to know there's help out there.
Yeah.
We just, like I said, connecting. So one of the good things with Restoring the Village on our website, and I'm not sure if the two organizations are on there or not, but on our website, we kind of want to be that yellow pages. So we want people to go to one site. Doesn't say that we are the best site.
Right.
Lord Jesus. Right. But go to one site and be able to pull off of resources from anything you need, whether it's, female empowerment, male empowerment, get your light on, whatever it may be. We're going to have, if you go to rtvproject.org, there's a link that can link you to whatever, the person's website. So we don't want to take any answer questions and try to feel like we want to create a program. There's programs out there. Mm-hmm. There are great things out there. And we want you all to be able to do that. And one of the things I want to talk about really quickly, because I just thought of it, is today is, let me pull it up, make sure I have it all correct. But today is Giving Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. It is Giving Tuesday.
All right. Yes. Hey, I want to make sure that everyone saw our flyer on the website. If you saw the flyer on the website, you'll see that there's a way to donate to RTV Project. We are doing some great things. We have a fulfilled, a powerful team. I'm thankful for my team. Because sometimes I'm like, can you just do this, please? So they are some amazing individuals. They're helping to put in some great work, doing workshops, doing a radio show to bring in some amazing resources to the community. Because today is a Giving Tuesday, we had a flyer on there. And if you want, you can donate through PayPal, or you can go to our website. Again, that's rtvproject.org. Help us to continue to give back into the community. Help us to continue to be an empowerment to our community. So I'm very grateful for all the love and support that we get. I'm grateful to have people that want to come on the show. So again, thank you for taking the time out. They're all dressed up, look like they came from work, and they are making time to do that. So we're so thankful. What are some things that we can look forward to at the She Rose Awards? This will be my first one.
Okay.
So I know about the fashion show. I know about the fashion show because I just from the meeting some things, but I would just like to have you just tell the viewers anything that we going to have today. Fashion show, I don't know if anything else.
Right, but it really is a celebration. This is a banquet situation. So, and if you know anything about LaQuisha Hall,
I was going to be over.
Fabulous. Listen. This is a fabulous event.
Yes.
So you need to come with your brand new Payless, whatever you got.
Your best of the bestest of the best.
No, because yes, she is Madame Couture.
Yes.
So yes, this is a chic event. So come. You don't have to do ball gown. I know she was explaining one of her dresses.
Yes, one.
She was talking about the train and all that stuff. So she's always fabulous. But this is a chic event, but it is a celebration. This is a lot of fun. This is an opportunity to celebrate those. So yes, there will be a fashion show for our survivors to walk their runway and stand in their spotlight. There will be food. There will be an opportunity to network. You will have vendors there. You will be able to hear from some of our survivors and some of the information and some of the stories that have been told, some of the stories that have been experienced, and just an opportunity to witness what overcoming looks like, witness what survivorship really looks like, and just be able to say, I was in the room, I was a part, being able to give that sister a hug, give that brother a hug. And of course, you just never know what's going to happen in that room. So get a ticket, buy a ticket. They're only $50. That includes, as I say, a full buffet banquet meal. You have your, you do have the fashion show. You do have the award ceremony. So there's a lot that is going to happen in this event. You don't want to miss out. And if you truly are not able to participate, if you truly have a scheduling conflict, if, please make a donation. Like we said, it's Giving Tuesday. make a donation. You can go to laquishahall.com, make a donation. You can sponsor someone else's ticket if you're not able to attend, but you know someone who needs to be in the room. Absolutely. Definitely be in the space. We appreciate you. I
am excited. So I'm trying to
take lots of pictures. I know that Laquisha does that, but I want to see some posts. While I'm watching the Step movie.
There will be posts.
Oh yeah, we got to talk about which movie you're going to be showing.
We're going to be showing the Step documentary that was filmed here.
What's it called?
Step. The movie Step.
Okay.
Shout out. Okay, no, sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't think I've seen it.
Shout out to Coy Granger. Sorry.
Is that who?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I need to see it then, because she was like,
absolutely.
Chief Martin came in the office crying. She said, "You got to see
it." Came
this
out back
movie.
in August. It came out at the beginning of August.
Like, when did it come out? And then I was like, I felt bad because I felt like I should have supported it more. But it's been getting a lot of rave reviews.
Okay.
And I know that many people with forgot her name. She does a lot of great work with Black Arrows for Nike. She had her own showing as well as Delegate Hayes, but
look at Mom. Mom is over here like, girls. Mom is.
Viewing to bring kids in as well.
Okay.
So we just piggybacking on that great idea and want to do it.
And you're going to be showing it at headquarters.
We're going to be showing it at BPD headquarters.
Okay.
We're going to have it laid out. We got a popcorn machine, all of that.
Oh!
So we're going to do it.
Can I be at 2 places at one time?
You have to live stream the movie. Y'all got so you can be as she wrote.
Right.
I say that all the time. Like, I need to be cloned.
I know.
I feel so bad because I want to be everywhere, and I get so many messages. Like, can you? Like, I got 2 messages today to ask me, could I do media coverage? And I'm like, Donna K, you ready? Because we did one at the Forum Caterers, and one of them saw the video, and the other one was just asking about it. Mm-hmm. And so it's amazing that people reach out, and even if they ask me one thing, I'm like, okay, I need to add that on my things I can do.
You better expand it. Expand that resume.
So I'm excited about the movie. I've never seen it, so maybe I'll watch it on Saturday when I get home, because I feel bad that I don't know about it. And as you said, it was filmed here.
It was filmed here. It was
the Baltimore Leadership School downtown.
Yeah, I just.
Baltimore Leadership School for Girls.
LaQuisha, call in. She just love the video.
Is she on?
LaQuisha, please call in 404-436-12. LaQuisha 404-436-1277. We would love to hear from you.
Yeah.
She just loved it just now. So come on, girl, call in.
Oh Lord, the boss is calling.
I hope we're doing okay.
Right.
The boss. No, she loved it though. She put a heart.
I know she did.
So like I said, one of the things that we love to do is just connect with one another, support one another. If there's anything that even with Restoring the Village can do in the future, keep us posted of every single thing. Again, we're looking for young ladies between the ages of 10 to 15 to come to PBD headquarters for a movie screening. And I'm truly excited and thankful for the leadership there to even see the need to and not forget our young girls. I always, like I said, I have a list of boys mentoring. I get the list is like long. But when I look at the girls, it's like a handful. So that's why I had to put something out to say, help us. And then we can build from there as well. But we don't want to forget about our girls because they're going through a lot. I mean, I know when I'm on, I'm like, ew. And now, when you're like 10 to 15 and you have a cycle, you don't know. You don't know what to do.
Yeah.
You don't know how to act. It's all new to you. And to have someone to really be there to listen to you is one of the greatest things you could do. Kristen has her girls here, so I thank you. They're actually really good. They're doing good, but I want to thank you because you're setting an example for being there and being just proactive. So we thank you for that. It's sometimes when I have my girls, I can't have my girls with, I brought the baby with me one time and it was a disaster. So she can never, she's banned from here. Diamond K didn't say it, but I say, Winter cannot come in here anymore.
It's one of those things.
She be like, testing.
You got to get to a certain age because I start taking them with me more and more now that they are getting older. And,
I think it's important.
Absolutely. And especially because I do so much and I am away from home a lot more than they would like. When I can take them with me and it's appropriate, I want them to see what mommy's doing. One, to be an example, but two, it is also quality time. They get excited when they get to go to work with mommy or, when they get to do different things. But just also exposing them to all different kinds of things. A lot of times we get so caught up in, I have this kind of job and I don't really care for it or what have you, but just taking them to different experiences. They're learning, they're seeing other people do different jobs. You are exposing them to so much simply by putting them in a different environment. It's not about spending a whole lot of money and, we haven't taken them to Paris yet, but I can show them different parts of Baltimore and Baltimore County, And it's great. And especially at their age, 5 and 6 years old, they love it. They love it.
My baby, she comes to events, but she can't come on the show. Not until she gets old.
She
comes to events with me. That's fine. And it reminds me of what I did with my oldest. Brunei with me everywhere. And now I'm like, can you do this? And like, so she's not there. But I do know that it still gave her, instilled her with some great things.
Absolutely.
That she could take for her. Right now she's in Bowie. And there are things where she's like, she know mama's not going to approve of that, and so that's a good thing to know that you've instilled in her, whether you were busy or not. So I hear people say they don't have time, and it's like, you got to make time for your children. So rather they come tag along with you or not, you make time because it's still quality time.
Absolutely.
So kudos. Is there anything else going on or coming up in the future that you either one would like to talk about? And I definitely want to have you back on the show to talk about with the marriage.
About the relationship.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
So we can talk about it real quick.
Okay. Go ahead.
Just give us clips of which
shift it.
Just to see, and then we're gonna try to get you on the schedule. You can go ahead. Maybe both. So if you could talk about your is it a program?
It's an organization. Yeah. So Living the Vows is that is my primary. Basically, we focus on showing women, wives in particular, how to have more peace and less stress in their life and marriage. One of the challenges that we face is the fact that we are constantly feeling overwhelmed. We're feeling like I have so much going on. I have to do so much. And, it naturally, the children fall on us, so it's more common for us to feel that lost feeling, that feeling of what I used to be. And now that I'm married, now that I'm a mother, I have all these other responsibilities and I can't be me anymore. And that leads to unnecessary health issues, and just self-esteem issues. And so, we see the stereotypical mom, the mom jeans and the mom who has the spit up on her shirt and, run into the grocery store with the ponytail, and it's like all that kind of stuff. And there's so many women who do fall into that trap. And it's simply because it's just what's convenient.
Gosh, I do.
And and it's not to say that it's never okay, but we have to get to the space where we are loving ourselves. And again, to be an example to our children, especially if you're raising daughters, but be in a space where you are loving yourself unconditionally above your husband, your children, and anything else. You have to put yourself before. One of the things I will always tell people is God, me, we, us. So it's God, then yourself, then we, as in you and your husband or your spouse, and then your children, and then everybody else. But we have to make that priority. We have to look at our schedule. We have to schedule ourselves on the calendar. We will put soccer practice, ballet, dance, basketball, this cheer competition. Everything is on that calendar.
Won't put a massage
where are
on
you? And it's not even, again, it's not about spending the money. Sometimes it's literally just about, can I sit down and watch my favorite TV show uninterrupted?
Yes.
Sometimes you do just want to soak in the bathtub with the door locked and nobody walking in on you talking about mommy.
I love my me time.
But I think that brings up a good point, because I've had this conversation with my cousin who's also a pastor. I said, whatever happened to self-care, and why do we have to apologize for picking that over taking our son to
but we don't.
Football practice.
The thing is, we don't have to apologize. We feel so guilty about doing things for ourselves, and it's become a habit that we need to break. We need loving ourselves is just as important, if not more important, than loving your child. Your child is going to be okay, and if not, your child is going to be better than okay, because they see how you treat yourself, and therefore they're going to follow. The same, my girls will follow me. They will put on my shoes and do all kinds of things that they see mommy do. So if they see mommy taking care of herself, if they see mommy sitting down to read a book, having fun, spending time with her friends,
having fun,
that's what I'm teaching them to do. So it's important. So one of the things, the two ways that I focus on it, one, I've started doing fitness classes. So I have the Fit and Sexy Wives, where we focus on truly getting your physical self together. Because I was definitely in that position where having little ones, gained a whole lot of weight, had the C-section belly and the whole nine going on.
Can I get rid of the C-section?
Wait a minute, I'm still working on mine.
Who has the C-section belly?
Listen, I found myself feeling so uncomfortable because, one, I was just heavier than what I was used to. And I found myself no longer caring about my appearance. I wasn't getting my hair done regularly. I wasn't, I wasn't loving me. I wasn't loving me. I wasn't loving what I saw in the mirror. And I just accepted it as, I'm a mom. I had the C-section. You gain weight when you get pregnant. That's just what it is. And, and my husband has always been super supportive, but I was not loving me. And therefore I couldn't even love him properly because I was so self-conscious of what I looked like and how uncomfortable I felt. So all those things were hindering our marriage. It was hindering how I show up as a mom, how I show up on the job. So definitely getting into that fitness piece is so, so very important. But the other thing that I focus on is showing you how to get back to you. One of the things that I've been sharing on social media a lot is just the fact that I had to get back to what I love. Acting and dancing are things that I've always loved. And I put them on hold for many years. And I almost buried them when I became a mom. And I said, no, I'm not going to allow myself to bury that. So I found my way back to dance. I found my way back to acting. And I am such a better person. I'm so much more lovable. I'm so much more attentive with my husband and my children because I'm taking the time to do what I absolutely love. And that's the commitment that I made to myself a little over a year ago. I have to do what I love, period. I can't do jobs that don't serve me. I can't go along with the flow. I can't do it anymore because I was the only one hurting and everyone else was benefiting. So those are two ways that I focus on supporting wives through marriage coaching.
Because this is an empowerment for women today.
Yes.
That's why I said it kind of goes, it's cool. So I think it's very important to take care of yourself and also just kind of piggyback a little bit, but doing what you love to do, like you just said, you had to get back to the art, to the things that you love to do, right? And so there are some things that I kind of said, let me not do because it takes away from, right? But it goes back to even having that village, and the village is watching the baby, while I could do things and allowing my time for my me time. So you never know until you ask, because I assumed I didn't have that support until I asked or it was shown. So we have to make sure that, I don't care if it's once a month, you have to take time for yourself just to say, I love when I can go home and I do nothing. And then people were like, you were up all night. I'm like, listen, like you just said, listen, whatever it is that keeps me together, that's what I need to do. So when I come up with the projects, I used to put it on the back burner because it's like I'm taking my time away from my family. But you have to make sure that you balance it, and you not neglect the things that you do love to do, and not neglect taking care of your appearance, yourself, or like I said, just stepping away. So I love walks. I love just alone time because I'm always having someone around me in my ear, in my phone, on my, and it's like I had to turn that off for a second. So I think you made a very valid point. And also I would love, I don't know what's the greatest time to have it, but I would love to have you on the show to talk about that again. to talk about that. Absolutely. Because I do believe that there are some marriages that need to hear that, some husband and wives, both, that needs to hear that, as well as, again, supporting the two events that we have, but most importantly that she rose, because that sometimes can hinder, like you said, going into a relationship.
Oh, yeah.
So we want to make sure that we take care of everything, mind, body, spirit. So I am really excited about Saturday.
Yes.
It is a fun-filled weekend, because if you go onto our Restoring the Village Project page, you'll see that we have a whole lot of flyers. We even have up until, the end of December. So we want to make sure that if you have any information, any flyers out there, you please send it out. We're going to make sure that we post it on our page. There's no fee to post it on the page. Some people ask me. Again, it's all about supporting one another. There are some things that we can do to help get the word out. That's what we're going to do. And so we want to just make sure that we just become a vehicle in our community that we're able to help. A lot of times what I do when I go to meetings or I go to events, like I mentioned earlier, I love meeting new people, because you'll always see that everybody has the same common goal of wanting to see Baltimore a better place. Absolutely. And I'm sure the world, but of course my focus is what can we do here?
Exactly.
So it's definitely something that I love to do, and I love to hear what other people have. We may not necessarily agree with the approach, but it's all about learning and conversing properly. So I had a little incident yesterday. I won't go into details, but I will say that we have to make sure that we love and support one another, and that we do things the proper way. And we make sure that, and it could be very valid points that are made, but the approach is wrong. And so we don't want to hurt one another, because it could be hurt from what others had from the past. So we don't want to hurt one another with words, lies, but we want to make sure that we love and support one another. There's strength in numbers, but when we're separated, a lot of things, it just doesn't go nowhere. I know with me, I could just turn it off. Like, I will not listen to that. So we want to make sure that if a person has important things to say, such as at the girls' movie screening, that you listen and that you embrace the young girls. Rather, whichever way it comes out, let it out, right? But we want to also let them know the healthy ways of conversing with one another, the proper ways. But we're going to take them how they are, but we want to make sure we mold them properly. And then also with the women, I am excited about Saturday. I'm excited, and I'm thankful for LaQuisha having this vision and going forward for this long. I remember with Mrs. Maryland, I remember I still have flyers and posters. So I'm so grateful to have individuals that have the insight, and just hearing the both of you, very good insight in the community and very powerful. So keep going. And I'm just thankful for having you on the show today. We're going to be wrapping it up soon, but I do want to let everyone know that you can come out. I want to say that, also mention, because I don't think we said it, but the movie screening is free. And you said you're going to have
goodies, good conversation, great fellowship.
I love it. Do you have a flyer that we can post?
Yes, absolutely.
You had a flyer all this time?
I thought I sent it. I'm sorry.
Post that flyer.
So shout out to Diamond K, because as we were talking, he posted the She Rose Awards flyer.
Thank you.
So it's on my timeline, I believe. I can't remember which was. But if so, please share that flyer. Let people know about this great event that's going on. The pastor is awesome. The visionary is awesome. The team is awesome. So I just want you all to come out and support. And again, your movie screening is free. And we want to make sure that does not hinder you. If you need transportation, there may be some individuals that can get people there. Joni, if you are looking, if not, I will tag you. But Joni said that she can get some people there. So we want to make sure that, that we can, again, ask the questions. We don't know if we can get it unless we ask. So absolutely. I'm truly thankful. Now, I'm always asking now because I haven't gotten to know. So I said, all right, let's ask this question.
Hey.
So when Kim when she tags me or send it to me, I'll make sure that I'll get both of those flyers out. We're going to keep pushing it. The last thing I want to say is, speaking of women, it's like girl power today. Sorry, fellas, I love it. But this Thursday, I don't know if y'all look, but this Thursday, we're going to be doing a holiday toy drive. It's going to be 5 amazing, powerful women entrepreneurs that will be spearheading this holiday toy drive. It's going to be at S&S Lounge. We are asking that you come out. It's a happy hour, so you come out, you mingle, and bring a toy. We're trying to make Baltimore children smile this year, and we want to ask for your support. So again, S&S Lounge this Thursday. Flyer has been posted on my page as well. Please share it. We're looking forward to a lot of toys coming in, and just a giveaway that we can give back to our community. The 5 organizations, I hope I get them all right. I'm sorry.
It's a test.
Getting over my sickness. So
you're live. You're live. Get it right.
5 is Hug, Don't Shoot, Restoring the Village Project, known as Monique Foundation, Mothers on the Move, and Pushing the Vision. Oh, Lord. So thank you so much for everyone who has already donated and those who are coming out this Thursday to donate. Shout out to the owner of S&S Lounge. She has been so helpful and so encouraging. So again, this is a Women's Day.
I love it.
Yes,
I love it.
Awesome.
So there are some great people out here in Baltimore City. Last thing I want to, I'm sorry, I'm over here trying not to choke over, please. Last thing I want to say is 2 things you said, 2 quotes, and I'm going to make sure that we can keep putting that out. But you said, Kim, because I told you I was writing notes. You said we have to not just survive, but we must thrive.
Yes.
I think that's an awesome quote to take on our Thankful Tuesday. We want to make sure that we're not just existing, but that we're sitting here with a purpose, and that we're not sitting on that purpose, but we're moving with it. We're working it. And the last thing you said is we have to get our hands dirty. I love the fact that, and you were talking about work, but I'm putting a call to action to our community that things are not going to always be peachy. You have to get your hands dirty. So I'm asking everyone to either link up with an organization that is about that work, help them out, link up, support, donate, pour into them, whatever you have to do. I know some days I don't even sleep. I don't sleep good. So get your hands dirty and let's get to work. So I thank you all for tuning in for this week. We have a few things lined up for the upcoming weeks, but I'm going to post as we confirm. But we have some great guests that will be coming on the show, and I'm really excited. We also have the grief support group that I will be doing. We're going to be launching it next month, but then starting January, it's going to be like ongoing. So I'm excited about that because during this season, this is a really trying time for those who have lost their loved ones. And I'm just very excited to even have the partnership with different organizations that are willing to allow us to be in their facility. So more excitement and announcements to come. But again, I thank everyone for tuning in this week. I thank you, Kim Stevenson. We share nephews. Yes. And I thank you for coming in. Your babies were awesome. I know it's a mommy thing, because if my baby was here, I'd be like, I would do the same thing. But they really did a great job. So is there anything else, anything you would like to say as we end?
No, just thank you for having us and giving us a platform to share information with the community.
Thank you. Anything?
Absolutely. I just encourage everyone to please donate and tell the truth. Tell your truth, whatever it is. Definitely. But please donate. It's Giving Tuesday. Donate to Restoring the Village. Donate to She Rose. Donate to
Wyla or to any other the viable community grassroots organizations that are really out there getting their hands dirty.
Yes, it's so many. So choose somewhere or multiple organizations.
However, $5 it helps.
Yes. So thank you all for tuning in to our RTV project or Restoring the Village project. We look forward to seeing you all next Tuesday. God bless you all. Thank you.